A first alert out of Fond du Lac County. A man was airlifted to a hospital with life-threatening injuries after a crash between a semi and a tractor. Wisconsin State Patrol troopers responded to State Highway 23 just west of County Road W in the township of Forest around 9 this morning. Investigators say a 53-year-old Baraboo man driving a semi traveling west on State Highway 23 collided with a John Deere tractor. Both drivers lost control and drove off the road. The 62-year-old Mount Calvary man driving the tractor was transported to a Nina hospital via Theta Star for life-threatening injuries. The Baraboo man was brought to a nearby hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. That crash is still under investigation.